And you get a phone call with somebody screaming in the phone, they just killed your brother.
Breaking this morning, a brother killed. The message his family has for anyone who might know something about his death.
Also this morning, new details in a child's murder. The moments that Memphis police say led up to the death of a 23-month-old child.
And here's a live look at the roads as students prepare to head back to school across the Mid-South today. Jerica, Phillips, and Tiffany Neely have your back-to-school team coverage. Good morning. Thanks for joining us for WMC Action News 5 on this Monday, August 7th. I'm Felicia Bolton. It's the first day of school for all public school students in Shelby County.
Yeah, it is a busy morning for many parents and students out there. Meteorologist Brittney Bryant's in the First Alert Weather Center this morning with a quick check of the forecast.
Sponsored by your Memphis area Honda dealers.
Yes, I know that feeling on the first day of school. So let's get started here. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Now, the majority of us are dry, including right here in Shelby County, as you are waking up this morning. However, we do have a few showers still lingering here in North Mississippi. We have a cold front that moved through yesterday. That's what brought us that rain yesterday afternoon and evening here for many portions of our area. And we're still tracking a few showers here now making their way out of the Batesville area, moving into Lafayette County. There's no lightning in this. I actually have the lightning detector on. You'll notice none is showing up, but this is moving through Taylor, and there will be a quick downpour here. This should stay just south of Oxford, but it will move through southern portions of Lafayette County. And I was tracking quite a bit of rain in Alcorn County, but look at that. It looks like you guys are almost clear of it with just a few sprinkles possibly hitting your windshield in Corinth as you're stepping out the door. So for this morning on the way to school, giving it a B all day long because we'll still have a chance for a pop-up shower, although your rain chance is only about 20 or 30%. 74 this morning, 80 degrees during recess. When the kids are riding home today, those temperatures will be in the mid-80s. Now, today's not the only day we have a chance for rain. I'll show you which day we could have thunderstorms coming up in my First Alert forecast. Let's check in with Janeen.
Good morning. Your First Alert traffic report sponsored by your Mid-South Chevy dealers heading out the door right now on this first day of school. The roadways are looking very good. Still a lot of green on the map. I can tell you that'll probably change in a few minutes. But don't forget the posted speed here along I-55 and I-240, 55 miles an hour. So if you're going to travel northbound there from Shelby Drive over to 3rd Street, 7 minutes, and then I-240 eastbound Mill Branch to Mount Moriah, 7 minutes there as well. I'm also tracking in some of those school zones. I'll alert you to the slowdowns and just remind you of a few laws coming up with weather and traffic every 7 minutes.
Time now is 5:01, and we are your official back-to-school station. And this morning, thousands of students are heading back to class in the Mid-South.
Jerica Phillips is live on Karen Cove near Egypt Elementary School as children get ready for class this morning. Jerica?
Good morning, Andrew and Felicia. You're right. We're here outside of Egypt Elementary, right here in Raleigh, and thousands of students across the district and the municipalities will head back to school this morning. It's an exciting time. Much preparation has been done. Many of the kids are laying their outfits out this morning. They have their shoes and clothes laying on the bed if they're like my kids this morning. But we are asking those questions for many parents and students. They will have those questions as they head back to school this morning. And so we're asking about what will the buses, as far as the bus routes, and how will that go this morning? What can parents expect? The block party over the weekend at Shelby County Schools, I'm told, was out the building, all across the campus there at the school board, and many parents were out gearing their kids up with supplies and things of that nature. So we are joined this morning by Kristen Talent. She's a communications director over at Shelby County Schools. And tell me about that block party, how successful it was, and what also can parents and students expect?
Well, if you drove by 160 South Hollywood on Saturday, you couldn't miss it because, like you said, Jerica, folks were lined up down the street. They were excited about the first day of school. We were giving away immunizations, physicals, school supplies, and, of course, registering our kids for the first day of school. So it was very successful. We had thousands show up. You mentioned buses. Last week, our buses were out on the roads for dry runs during the time that they would actually be out this week, so morning and afternoon on Wednesday and Thursday, so we could kind of work through any kinks through the weekend. So we are ready. We're excited.
All righty. Well, we look forward to Kristen joining us a little later this morning as well. We're going to go inside and we're going to give you more updates throughout the morning. Practice patience is what they usually tell us when it comes to those bus routes. So again, we'll be here outside Egypt Elementary, and we'll go inside a little later. Stay tuned. We're now reporting live in Raleigh. Jerica Phillips, WMC Action News 5. 5.
All right, Jerica, don't forget to send us your back-to-school pictures during the first day of school. It'll be featured on our website right here, like this one right here. You can send yours to my5 at WMCTV.com. We'll have more back-to-school coverage at 5:08. Well, making headlines this morning, Vice President Mike Pence is slamming a report this morning that he may run for president in 2020.
Kendall Downing is in the Alert Center with the developing details this morning.
Andrew and Felicia, this story really blowing up over the weekend. The vice president blasting the New York Times report. He's calling it disgraceful. That story ran in the paper Sunday. The Times is reporting that Pence would run for president if Trump did not seek re-election. The report quotes donors and advisors of the vice president and notes Pence's aggressive fundraising, which is currently underway. Pence called the report false. He also said it offended him, his family, and his entire team. In a statement this morning, the New York Times said they stand by their reporting. I'll continue to monitor any fallout from this story right here in the Alert Center. Back to you.
All right, 5:04 the time right now. Following some breaking news right now. One person is dead after a shooting in North Memphis. This happened on North Manassas near I-40 last night. The family confirms the victim is 36-year-old Sandino Stone. Detectives say one person is in custody for this shooting.
In this neighborhood, I get it. You don't say nothing, you turn your head or whatever have you. But it's like, you know, I know somebody know what happened. If you don't want to talk to the police yourself, tell me.
Police have not released a motive behind this shooting. Any updates we get from investigators, we will pass it along to you.
5:05 is the time this morning, and 2 people will face a judge after police say they are responsible for the death of a 23-month-old child. Kenosha Taper and Gregory Ford have been charged with aggravated child abuse, aggravated child neglect, and first-degree murder. Back on June 24th, a 23-month-old was found unresponsive on Shady Vista and the Ridgecrest Apartments. The child was taken to LeBonheur Children's Hospital but later died. An autopsy revealed numerous internal injuries. Developing this morning, Venezuela officials say they have settled an anti-government attack at a military base. Kendall Downing is in the Alert Center with the details.
Felicia, tensions, of course, are very high in Venezuela after what was called a rigged election. That attack happened Sunday at a military base. I'm going to tell you about it now. Multiple attackers rose against the president, Nicolas Maduro. It follows that high-stakes election for legislative representatives. The troops killed 2 intruders, shot 1, and captured 7 of them. 10 got away, though, and Maduro is quoted as saying that terrorism had to be defeated with those bullets. The uprising comes as a pushback to Maduro's regime, which is very socialist, and many people in the country say they do not want Venezuela to go in that direction. We'll continue to follow any new developments from right here in the Alert Center. Back to you.
First Alert Weather is sponsored by your Memphis area Honda dealers.
It's 5:06. Good morning. Most of us not seeing any rain. That's probably the best news I can give to the parents getting their kids ready for school this morning, because you won't really have to worry about any rain to slow you down. Though we do have a few showers for some portions of North Mississippi. It does include just south of Oxford and Lafayette County. So this is moving through Taylor right now. Your rain chances today about 20% all day long. So that means most of us won't see any rain, but high enough to where I'd say bring the umbrella with you. Temperature is also not a big concern. We'll only top out around 84 degrees today. Now, temperatures will start to go up, and so will those rain chances this week. I'll tell you which day we'll get close to 90 degrees coming up in my First Alert forecast.
Well, good Monday morning to you. Your First Alert traffic report sponsored by your Mid-South Chevy dealer, 7 minutes after 5 o'clock, and we are accident free. However, if you have students headed over to Melrose High School this morning, they're in Orange Mound. I want to remind you that Park Avenue between Pendleton and Haynes is down to 1 lane, so you don't want them to be late. Make sure they are very well aware of that. And for many of you, as you travel through those school zones and you see those buses stopped, make sure that when you're driving toward the bus, that when that red light is flashing, that's your warning. So you want to reduce your speed and then come to a complete stop. Of course, I'm keeping you up to date on Facebook and Twitter. And speaking of keeping us up to date, I know our Tiffany Neely is out there at Wolf River Boulevard there in Germantown Road. Tiffany, how is traffic looking right now? Because this can be a really troubling spot.
That's right. Right now, things are pretty quiet and they're running smoothly. And happy first day of school to everyone here in Shelby County. And you're right, I'm here on Wolf River Boulevard in Germantown Parkway where things are quiet. You see a little bit of traffic picking up. We have heard this is usually a heavily congested area, especially on these first days back for students. I am looking out for any slowdowns or accidents to help people at home as things start to pick up later in the morning. For now, reporting live, Tiffany, Neely, WMC Action News 5.
Time now is 5:08. Calling all men. You have the chance to make a difference in a child's life this morning.
We're talking about pastors, businessmen, fraternities, community leaders. They will be at Cherokee and Peabody Elementary as well as Melrose High School this morning to welcome students and teachers back to class. The theme, value life, value learning.
If they value life, there won't be bullying and hazing. They won't be doing drugs.
The initiative will blanket 207 Shelby County schools as part of the One Church, One School program. For this and other volunteer opportunities, call the Shelby County Schools Community Engagement Line. That number's on your screen, 901-416-7600. We have this information on our website right now, WMCActionNews5.com. If your child's getting on a school bus today, anywhere in Shelby County, get ready for what's on board. We're talking about dash cams with real-time feedback, tougher background checks, and a deeper driver bullpen. This morning at 6 a.m., Chief Consumer Investigator Andy Wise will be looking through the lens of the latest tech, protecting your children on school buses all over Shelby County.
And starting today, right here on WMC Action News 5 at 6 this morning, we're going to help you gear up with back-to-school bucks. Every day, we're going to give away a $200 gift card to Fred's for all your back-to-school needs. But you don't have to be in school to win. That will be every morning right here on WMC Action News 5 at 6. Your official back-to-school station.
10 minutes after 5 right now, we are following some breaking news this morning on that deadly and horrific fair ride accident.
Overnight, the cause of that malfunction was released. Kendall Downing has that just ahead in the Alert Center.
Also this morning, back-to-school shopping, the reason why waiting to the last minute may not be a terrible thing after all. And a Hollywood power couple calls it quits. The two that are breaking it off and the reason behind it next.
And it's still a little quiet out there on the roads this morning. We're keeping a close eye on the streets as multiple school districts return to class this morning. You're never more than 7 minutes away from weather and traffic on your official back-to-school station, WMC Action News 5.